Okay, these electron hole pairs are also called EHP. You can draw that also. EHP, that is electron hole pairs. Completed? Have you completed this thing? It should be marked properly as we are actually drawing the energy of electrons. Electrons and energy are marking. We are actually drawing the electron energy. Which merely means that the electrons in the valence band will be having a lower energy than the electrons in the conduction band. അത്രയാണ് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത് ഈ figure. So if you are analyzing this figure, which are the electrons which are having highest energy? These electrons, right? Electrons in the conduction band are having more energy when compared to the electrons in the valence band. And these electrons in the conduction band are responsible for the conductive nature of the material. Conductivity ക്ക് help ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഈ electrons ആണ്. Conduction ബാൻഡിലുള്ള electrons ആണ്. Okay. Have you drawn this one also? ഈ രണ്ട് figures വരച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടില്ലേ? എല്ലാവരും റെസ്പോണ്ട് ചെയ്യണേ. Okay, fine. So I think we can move to the next slide. This is pretty much similar to that of what we have already told. നമ്മളിപ്പം പറഞ്ഞ കാര്യങ്ങൾ തന്നെയാണ് എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. We just go through the slide. Conductivity of intrinsic semiconductor at absolute zero temperature is zero. Conductivity of intrinsic semiconductor at absolute zero temperature is zero. It is clear, right? Because there are no electrons in the conduction band. 0 Kelvin, there are no electrons in the conduction band, and so conductivity of intrinsic semiconductor at absolute zero temperature, that is 0 Kelvin. Absolute zero temperature means 0 Kelvin. At 0 Kelvin is 0. Then as temperature increases, electrons from the valence band are excited to the conduction band, and conductivity increases with temperature. So as we increase the temperature, more and more electrons will make their transition from valence band to conduction band. And as a result of that, what happens? There will be more electrons in the conduction band, and as a result of that, the conductivity increases with temperature. Then conductivity decreases with band gap. That is also correct, right? Because if here the band gap is Eg. One second. Yeah, here you have a band gap that is Eg. If you are having another band gap, if you are having an Eg1, suppose consider Eg1 which is greater than Eg. If you are having a band gap that is greater than Eg, then that will require more energy, right? ഇപ്പം ഈ Eg എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഈ എനർജി ബാൻഡ് ഗ്യാപ്പ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് കൂടുന്നതനുസരിച്ച് more energy will be required for the electrons to make their transition. So as the band gap increases, conductivity decreases. That is another point that is written over here. Conductivity decrease with the band gap. That's the third point that you should remember. Then if an electron in the valence band gets energy equal to the band gap, it gets excited to the conduction band, resulting in a vacancy in the valence. Lengthy sentence, but you can clearly understand that. If an electron in the valence band gets an energy equal to Eg or Eg കൂടുതലോ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു എനർജി ഈ ഒരു ഇലക്ട്രോണിന് കിട്ടുകയാണെങ്കിൽ what happens? It makes a transition from here to conduction band, and which results in a hole in the valence band. That is written over here. If an electron in the valence band gets energy equal to the band gap, it gets excited to the conduction band, resulting in a vacancy or hole in the valence band. So as a result of that, what happened? An electron hole pair is generated, right? They're generated an electron hole pair. Like this electron got to move, you got an electron over here, and you created a vacancy or hole over here. So an electron hole pair is generated. So generation due to thermal excitation of electrons from valence band to conduction band is called intrinsic generation. Generation due to thermal excitation of electrons from valence band to conduction band is called intrinsic generation. Okay. You can note the valid points. മനസ്സിലായിട്ടുള്ള points you can note that in your book. Moving on to the next slide. Since the electrons and holes are generated in pairs, the concentration of electrons in the conduction band and holes in the valence band are equal. Electron holes are formed in pairs. Pairs are formed the concentration of electrons in the conduction band will be equal to the concentration of holes in the valence band. That is concentration of electrons and holes in the intrinsic semiconductor under thermal equilibrium. Thermal equilibrium is a term that you should remember. Thermal equilibrium means the only energy, only force that is applied is thermal excitation. Temperature variation മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. No other external forces are applied. See, ഇവിടെയുള്ള ഈ electronsനെ, if we need to make a transition, if these electrons have to move to this conduction band, we can apply energy, right? But at thermal equilibrium means the only energy that is applied is thermal energy. No other external energies are applied to the system. ഈ സിസ്റ്റത്തിലേക്ക് വേറെ എനർജീസ് ഒന്നും അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള കണ്ടീഷനിൽ, that is under thermal equilibrium, the concentration of electrons, which is represented as N0, is a very important notation, N0, because I am telling this because all these notations are required for doing the different problems from first and second module. So you can note that concentration of electrons at thermal equilibrium is represented as N0, and concentration of holes is represented as P0. But in the case of intrinsic semiconductors, this N0 will be equal to P0, right? You can see that here concentration of electrons is actually called N0. So here you can see the N0 value is, number of electron value is 4, and the number of holes in this side is represented as P0. And you can easily see that this N0 is equal to P0. The concentration of electrons in the conduction band is equal to concentration of holes. In the case of intrinsic semiconductors under thermal equilibrium. Under thermal equilibrium, the concentration of electrons or holes in the intrinsic semiconductor under thermal equilibrium N0 P0 is referred to as intrinsic carrier concentration Ni. Since N0 യും P0 യും equal ആയതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ we are commonly referring it as Ni. We are commonly referring it as Ni, that is intrinsic carrier concentration. നമ്മൾ സെപ്പറേറ്റ്ലി N0 യും P0 ആയിട്ട് പറയേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല. ഏത് കേസിൽ? ഇൻട്രിൻസിക് സെമി കണ്ടക്ടേഴ്സിൽ. എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ്? രണ്ട് വാല്യൂസും ഈക്വൽ ആണ്. വി ആർ ഹാവിംഗ് both these values as equal, so we can commonly refer it as Ni. Ni is called intrinsic carrier concentration. Remember that term, intrinsic carrier concentration. Whenever you are represented as in terms of naught, ഈ സീറോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നോട്ട് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഈ സംഭവം റെപ്രസെന്റ് ചെയ്ത് അത് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത് that is the value in thermal equilibrium. Okay, N naught, P naught എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞ് represent ചെയ്താൽ that means that is a value which is taken in the taken under thermal equilibrium. Okay, so in the case of intrinsic carrier concentration, N0 is equal to P0 is equal to Ni. That is also important. And now comes our next and important thing, that is extrinsic semiconductor, which is the second classification, right? Extrinsic semiconductor, we are actually adding the impurities to this. So that's the major thing that you should remember here. We are adding impurities which are called dopants. So these impurities will decide on which is the type of semiconductor that you are going to make. That is, depending upon the type of impurity, you can have either P type or N type. That we have already discussed. I'm not going to do that again. And here you have the energy band diagram of the extrinsic semiconductor. Extrinsic semiconductor, only will be having two energy band diagrams, that is of P type and N type. So you can see the energy band diagrams. You can draw this initially. You can draw these two energy band diagrams. I will explain that afterwards. Completed. CB is actually conduction band, VB is valence band. And two more energy levels are drawn here. Acceptor energy level and donor energy level. In case of P-type semiconductors, we are having holes as majority carriers, right? Holes are the majority. Holes are capable of accepting electrons. Holes are capable of accepting electrons, and that's why we call this energy level as acceptor energy level. And this acceptor energy level, you can see that which is very close to the valence band. Because we are having holes as majority carriers. Holes in the this is actually the energy band diagram which represents the electron energy. So holes are having an energy which is lower, right? So that's why we have drawn this energy level near to the valence band. And in case of N-type, since N-type the majority carriers are electrons, these electrons are actually capable of they will be donated, right? Electrons are capable of being donated. That's why we call it as donor energy level. So what is actually happening is that, so in case of 0 Kelvin case, what happens is that you will be having number of holes over here. P-type in the case, you will be having number of holes. These holes have come by doping. So they are actually lying in this energy level. This energy level is so energy supply electrons, they can move to the holes, right? They can move to these holes. And as a result of that, holes, a number of other holes will be formed in the valence band also. Okay, but in this case, you will be having electrons over here, electrons in the donor energy level. And by supplying a very small amount of energy, these electrons can move to the conduction band. So you remember just one thing, the accepted energy level. That is why these are called acceptors, because in case of P-type, we are having holes as a majority carriers. The holes are having the characteristics of accepting electrons. So holes, they can accept electrons. That's why they are called acceptors. And acceptor energy level is drawn closer to the valence band. Acceptor energy level is drawn closer to the valence band, and donor energy level is drawn closer to the conduction band. So this is EC. This is EV. EV is actually the maximum value of valence band. EC is the minimum value of conduction band. And this energy level is, this you can mark it as EA. EA, that is acceptor energy level, EA. And this you can mark it as EC is there. Then you have EV over here. And this one is actually ED. That is donor energy level, ED. Remember these diagrams. Completed. Okay. Okay. Next is actually a new topic that we will discuss in the next class. Let me take your attendance.